America is more financially divided than ever. The gap between the rich and poor isn't just growing, it's stretching into completely separate realities. Some are building generational wealth while others are barely scraping by. A recent analysis by Investopedia using data from the Federal Reserve confirms just how wide the financial divide has become. Median net worth in the U.S. ranges from a few $1,000s at the bottom to over $7 million at the top. The middle class is shrinking. In 1971, it made up 61% of households. By 2023, that dropped to 51%. Meanwhile, lower-income households rose to 30%, and upper-income households climbed to 19%, according to Pew Research Center. This video covers exactly what separates these financial groups. The lower, middle, and upper classes aren't just about income. They're about assets, security, opportunities, and financial flexibility. Check out the full details by visiting the link in the description. The concept of class stratification. Society is stacked in layers. It's not just about how much someone earns, but how they live, what opportunities they have, and the level of financial security they can count on. Net worth, job stability, education, and even social circles all play a role in determining financial class. Someone making six figures but drowning in debt isn't necessarily better off than a disciplined saver with a modest income. These distinctions are not just about income, but also about social status, job security, educational opportunities, and cultural capital. The exact boundaries between these groups can be blurry, shifting based on cost of living, job markets, and regional norms. Understanding where these financial lines fall is crucial for anyone trying to move up the ladder. The lower class. The lower class faces a financial reality where stability is nearly impossible. This group represents the lowest 25% of net worth holders, with a median net worth of just $3,500. Debt wipes out any financial progress, leaving the average net worth at negative $5,300. The number of Americans in lower-income households has increased from 27% in 1971 to 30% in 2023. The ability to build wealth is severely limited, as income goes straight to covering basic survival costs. In a country where financial stability is tied to homeownership, investments, and retirement accounts, the lower class is often locked out of building wealth. To understand just how different financial situations can be within this class, it's important to break it down further. Lower class. This is where financial survival mode kicks in. Jobs tend to be part-time, temporary, or minimum wage, making it hard to cover even basic expenses. Rent takes up the majority of income and homeownership is out of reach. Debt is a major issue, be it personal loans, medical bills, or payday lending cycles that keep people trapped. Government assistance is often a necessity, but it rarely provides enough to change financial circumstances long-term. Emergencies like a medical issue or job loss can lead to complete financial ruin. Without savings, assets, or a financial safety net, this group faces constant instability. Middle-lower class. This segment has slightly more stability, but financial security is still fragile. Jobs might be full-time, but they don't come with benefits or long-term growth potential. Homeownership is possible, but mortgage payments can be overwhelming, often leaving little room for savings. Retirement accounts are either non-existent or underfunded, making long-term wealth building difficult. Student loan debt can be a burden, especially if wages are low and repayment plans eat into disposable income. Living paycheck to paycheck is common, and while some months might feel manageable, one unexpected expense can throw everything off balance. This is a group trying to move up but often lacking the resources to do so. Upper-lower class. This is where things start to shift slightly upward. Jobs in this bracket are often skilled trades, stable blue-collar positions, or entry-level white-collar roles. Income is more consistent, and saving money, though difficult, is at least an option. Some individuals in this group own property, although it might be in less desirable areas, or come with high mortgage costs. Credit access improves, making it easier to finance cars or small investments, but debt can still be an issue. Healthcare and retirement plans might be available through work, adding a small layer of security. While financial challenges remain, there's more breathing room than in the lower or middle-lower class. The middle class. The middle class has long been the backbone of the economy, but that foundation is cracking. In the 1970s, over 60% of Americans were considered middle class. Today, that number has dropped to just 51%. The financial squeeze is real. Inflation, stagnant wages, and skyrocketing housing costs have made it harder to build wealth. Middle-class families might feel comfortable, but a single financial setback can throw everything off course. Net worth in this group varies widely, ranging from $93,300 to $1 million, with an average between $98,800 and $1.1 million. While some in this group manage to accumulate assets and savings, others remain on the edge of financial uncertainty. The middle class is not a single financial reality but a broad category with significant variations in security, opportunity, and lifestyle. Lower middle class. Life here comes with constant trade-offs. There's just enough income to cover necessities, but very little for anything extra. A mortgage payment or rent eats up most of the budget, leaving little room for savings or investments. Student loans, credit card debt, and car payments create an ongoing cycle where financial progress feels impossible. Retirement planning is often pushed aside because the focus is on just making it through each month. Homeownership is possible, but mortgage terms aren't favorable, and any major repairs can cause serious financial strain. Net worth in this group starts at $93,300, but many have far less in liquid assets. Middle class. Financial breathing room starts to appear, but not enough to avoid stress. Jobs in this range provide more stability, often in fields like education, healthcare, or skilled trades. Salaries cover the essentials and leave some space for savings, though large expenses like a child's college tuition or home renovations still require careful planning. The median net worth for this group sits around $365,300, with an average closer to $373,700. Home ownership is common, with properties holding decent equity, but mortgage payments remain a large expense. Healthcare and employer benefits improve financial security, but rising costs continue to chip away at disposable income. Upper middle class. This is where financial stability becomes noticeable. Jobs in this bracket include high-earning professionals, corporate managers, and business owners. Salaries are strong, and investments are a priority, creating wealth that extends beyond a paycheck. Home ownership is a given, often in desirable neighborhoods with strong schools. Retirement accounts are well-funded, college savings plans are in place, and vacations aren't just an occasional luxury. While debt may still exist, it's manageable, with assets growing at a pace that ensures financial security. Median net worth for this group reaches $1.04 million, with an average around $1.1 million, making wealth building much more accessible. This group isn't immune to economic downturns, but they have the flexibility to adjust without serious setbacks. The upper class. This is where wealth isn't just about income, it's about assets, influence, and long-term security. The upper class holds a median net worth of $3.79 million, but the average is over $7.81 million. The share of Americans in this group has nearly doubled since the 1970s, rising from 11% to 19% in 2023. These households control much of the country's wealth, investments, and business interests. Financial decisions aren't about survival but about maximizing returns, expanding influence, and securing multi-generational wealth. To understand the differences in financial standing, access, and lifestyle within this group, let's break it down further. Lower upper class. Money is no longer a concern, but long-term wealth isn't fully secured. Many in this group built fortunes through high-paying careers, entrepreneurship, or investments. Assets include multiple properties, stocks, and business interests. While financial stability is strong, wealth hasn't reached a level where it generates income effortlessly. Lifestyle upgrades, luxury cars, private schools, exclusive vacations are common, But sustaining wealth still requires active management. Financial setbacks, though unlikely, could have an impact. This is the starting point of serious wealth, but it's not yet untouchable. Middle upper class. At this stage, financial security moves beyond personal wealth and into legacy building. Money works without constant effort, thanks to smart investments and diversified assets. Business ownership, private equity, and real estate portfolios create steady passive income. Access to elite networks, financial advisors, and tax loopholes allow wealth to grow at an accelerated pace. College tuition, home ownership, and luxury expenses are covered without thought. While the work that built this wealth may still be ongoing, financial freedom is a reality. Upper class. This is where wealth has existed for generations. Money isn't earned, it's inherited, preserved, and expanded. Investments include massive real estate holdings, hedge funds, and ownership in global corporations. Political influence, legacy admissions to elite schools, and exclusive memberships in high society circles create advantages unavailable to anyone outside this group. While some members of this class continue to grow their fortunes, others simply benefit from the financial infrastructure built decades or even centuries ago. This is the top of the financial hierarchy, where money is no longer a tool for security but a means of power. The big gaps between classes. The financial divide isn't just about how much someone earns, it's about what they can do with it. The gap between the upper middle class and lower middle class isn't just a matter of a bigger paycheck. It's access to better schools, stronger job networks, and investment opportunities that accelerate wealth building. Someone in the lower middle class might own a home, but struggle with mortgage payments, while someone in the upper middle class builds equity and buys rental properties. The difference between the lower upper class and the upper middle class is just as stark. One enjoys financial security but still depends on a career, while the other has enough assets to live without working at all. This financial separation is widening, making it harder for those in the middle to move up and nearly impossible for those at the bottom to break through. Why this gap has grown. The cost of living has skyrocketed, but wages haven't kept pace. Housing prices have surged far beyond income growth, locking many out of home ownership, which has traditionally been a key driver of wealth. Student loan debt has reached record levels, forcing many to delay financial milestones like buying property or saving for retirement. Healthcare costs continue to rise, making financial security even harder to maintain. At the same time, those at the top have more access to wealth-building tools like tax loopholes, financial advisors, and high-return investments. The result is a financial system where those with money can multiply it easily, while those without are left struggling to keep up. Why this matters for financial independence. Understanding financial class is more than just looking at income. It's about knowing what builds long-term security. The goal isn't just to earn more, but to create financial systems that provide stability and flexibility. Wealth isn't just about luxury, it's about options. The ability to retire early, take risks, or weather economic downturns without stress comes down to building assets, not just working harder. The financial gap is growing, but those who recognize the patterns can take control of their situation and move toward real financial independence. Conclusion: where do you stand? The financial divide is real, and the middle ground is disappearing. Some are building wealth that will last for generations, while others are stuck in cycles that make progress feel impossible. The difference isn't just income, it's assets, security, and access to opportunities that create real financial independence. Knowing where you stand isn't about labels, it's about understanding the next steps to move forward. The gap is growing, but those who take control of their finances can change their future. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget the link in the description.